everyone, welcome back to This Day in Weather. If you're just joining this channel, this is where you can learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Today is May 11th. On this day in 1943, an F2 tornado moved from Cahaba, Alabama to southeast of Selma, Alabama to near Burnsville, Alabama. Tenant homes were destroyed on 4 plantations near Selma. A child was killed after being thrown 400 yards from a home site, and 20 people were injured. On this day in 1953, at least 10 different states were impacted by an outbreak of at least 33 tornadoes that started on the 9th. There were tornadoes on the 9th, 10th, and the 11th from Minnesota in the north to Texas in the south. The strongest and deadliest tornado from the outbreak was a powerful F5 tornado that struck Waco, Texas on the 11th. This tornado caused 114 fatalities out of 144 in the outbreak as a whole, and 597 out of 895 injuries from the whole outbreak. Alongside the 1902 Goliad tornado, this was the deadliest tornado in Texas state history and the 11th deadliest tornado in United States history. The winds from this tornado demolished over 600 houses, 1,000 other structures, and over 2,000 vehicles. Many of the survivors had to wait over 14 hours to be rescued. This tornado alone caused $41,1953 United States dollars in damage, which would equate to over $507 million in 2026 United States dollars. The outbreak as a whole caused $63.8 million 1953 United States dollars in damage, which would equate to over $789 million in 2026 United States dollars. On this day in 1966, Chicago, Illinois saw its latest measurable snow on record when 1.6 inches of snow fell on this day. The previous record latest was 3.7 inches set on May 1st and 2nd, 1940. On this day in 1970, a powerful F5 tornado devastated a large portion of Lubbock, Texas. The tornado killed 26 people, injured more than 1,500 others, and caused $250 million 1970 United States dollars in damage, which would equate to over $2.127 billion in 2026 United States dollars. At the time, it was the costliest tornado in United States history. The tornado damaged nearly 9,000 homes and inflicted widespread damage to businesses, high-rise buildings, and public infrastructure. The extremity of the damage and the force required to displace heavy objects as much as was observed indicated that winds produced by vortices within the tornado may have exceeded 290 miles per hour. Although it was dry and sunny in Lubbock the afternoon of the 11th, the westward push of a dry line brought moist air into West Texas and provided suitable conditions for thunderstorm development. After 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, thunderstorms were in progress over the Lubbock area. At least 2 tornadoes developed prior to the main F5 tornado, including one that tracked across parts of eastern Lubbock near US 87. The primary F5 tornado touched down in southwestern Lubbock at 9:35 p.m. Central Daylight Time, and over the next 30 minutes, carved an 8.5-mile path of devastation that encompassed around a quarter of the city. The tornado in size, spanning 1.5 miles over when it first touched down before it narrowed to roughly a quarter mile by the time it lifted. Severe damage was wrought to high-rises and other buildings in downtown Lubbock, including the 20-story Great Plains Life building. The tornado briefly moved west and weakened and caused minor damage to the campus of Texas Tech University before it re-intensified and resumed a northward path. The tornado's most destructive impacts were observed in the Guadalupe barrio north of 4th Street, along Texas State Highway Loop 289, and near the Lubbock County Club. In those areas, some homes were completely leveled, and many others were irreparably damaged. Around 119 aircraft were damaged at the Lubbock Airport, where the Lubbock office of the United States Weather Bureau was located. As of 2026, this is the westernmost F5/EF5 tornado recorded in the United States. On this day in 1987, early morning thunderstorms produced up to 4 inches of rain in southern Texas, with flooding reported from Maverick County to Eagle Pass. Evening thunderstorms in northern Illinois produced golf ball-sized hail and wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. On this day in 2005, strong thunderstorms affected parts of the United States Great Plains. In the Hastings, Nebraska area, significant severe weather occurred, including very large hail, damaging winds, and widespread flooding. Radar estimated rainfall accumulation locally exceeded 10 inches. On this day in 2014, it was the second day of a moderate 3-day outbreak of 44 tornadoes that impacted the central United States. One of the tornadoes on this day was an EF3 that tracked for nearly 22 miles through parts of Clay and Filmore Counties in Nebraska. It passed just west and north of Sutton. At least one home was destroyed, but the tornadoes from this outbreak, including this one, didn't cause any known fatalities. That will close up this edition of This Day in Weather, but be sure to stay tuned in because whenever there's a new video, you will learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Please hit the thumbs up button to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button to be sure to never miss a new video. If you're just joining this channel, please check out all the other videos that have been posted on this channel. And please check out my Patreon at patreon.com/c/thisdayinweather for more content.